Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ash AOB. So we got a nice little package here from Amazon. So let's go ahead and open this up real quick and get into this video with no further ado. So yeah, I've been waiting to get this installed, man. The stock head unit in this car has been driving me nuts. You already know what it is. You've seen the thumbnail, so ain't no secret. Oh. Won't say anything on the box. No. With backup camera, Wi-Fi, 4 gig RAM, 128 gig storage. Yeah, it's basically a computer for your car, right? So Android system, all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and cut this open, and then we'll get right into it. So give me a sec. Alright, so we got her cut open. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Cover. Instruction manual. There we go. Forester. I don't know why it says Forester, but either way. It also fits the SDIs. Obviously, you guys already know that. So, boom, boom, boom. That's the insulation thing. Blah, blah, blah. Put that aside for now. We got the mic, which if this has a built-in mic, we're not using this. We got the camera, I believe this is here. Yeah, I can feel the camera right there. It's a nice small camera, that's good. And then the extension for the camera to run it. So, might be running that in this video. Not 100% sure. We'll see how complicated it is to do what we need to do, but yeah, more than likely you'll see it in this video, to be honest. But yeah, there it is, because we're definitely running the camera. We don't have a reverse camera in this, like how we had in the F-150. Here is the actual screen. I'm not going to take it out right now, but you guys can see it right there. And then the back with the plug-ins, stuff like that. We're actually going to take this and just put this up here for now. Keep it safe and out the way. And then here's all the plugins and stuff. Not sure what that, I guess this is a GPS. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the GPS. Then you got your plugins to go in, a plug into your harness, and then plug into the back of the radio. They give you two, so whichever one plugs in for your car, that's the one you use. Then you got backup, yeah, wire, stuff like that. Yeah, cool. So yeah, all your wiring is in that. Got a little removal tool here, so that's cool. And a screwdriver, like that. And then you have another bag of wires here. Oh, this is your GPS. So what the heck is that? Alright, we'll figure that out in a bit. And then yeah, you have like for your amps, stuff like that, your USB plugins, all that's here. We're gonna run a couple of those for sure. And then other connections, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm basically sure all this is like for your amps and auxiliary, your mic, stuff like that. So yeah, not bad, not bad. So we're gonna go ahead and just start popping this thing off here. I gotta take these off, get these out the way. Yes, y'all already know. But yeah, so we're gonna pop this off, get this out the way, and then we'll get back to you guys and show you guys where we're at. Alright, so yeah, you just basically work your way around, get all these clips out. Pop, pop. That worked. And we're gonna need this piece for sure. Alright, we'll leave this here. Got 4 screws. Pop those screws out. I'll show you guys up close. Alright, so you got these screws here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And pop those out, and then this whole thing will just come forward. Alright, so now it should just slide right out like that. right? And you just start disconnecting crap that's back here. Most of the stuff you're not going to be reusing anyways. Interesting. This is wired to this. Let's dig into this wiring. Great. Alright, so as you can see here, this is not factory anymore. Lovely thing about aftermarket vehicles. So I gotta see, I'm pretty sure this is the harness I need here for my radio. Plug this, let me do that real quick. Okay, so I think I figured it out here. So we got the RCA because this had a subwoofer installed into it. And I guess this is also aftermarket for the radio and all that good stuff. One of these, I believe, is still correct. Yes, this. This is for the antenna, so we'll need that still. This is a CAN bus little setup here. And it looks like they tapped in a certain wire here into this. I'm not really sure what that wire is. Down there, this green wire. But this whole thing is a harness. So this plugged into the car here, which I hope they didn't alter anything on this side. Doesn't look like they did, so that's good. We're gonna find out soon enough, to be honest. Got some more wires wrapped up here. Looks like for a mic or something. Yep, so that's their mic that they were using for that. This is the one for the head unit that just came out. And then this, I'm not sure what these are for. This is this wire. Yeah, not too sure what this one's for, but I'll see if there's a plug-in for it. GPS, I'm assuming it was for the old system. And that probably is what this connects to here. Yeah, okay, so that explains that. Antenna. Or this might be the GPS wire. Sorry, GPS, antenna. This is the mic. This is your GPS for the old system. So we're not going to be reusing any of this. I'm leaving it all for now, just in case we need to splice into something to figure out what the heck is going on. This looks like they spliced this in for the remote for the amp. That was back there. That is no longer back there. I'm just curious what this one wire coming from down here, I think it might be a ground wire, just to do a ground loop into it. I'm assuming that's what it is, because they were probably getting wine in or something. But yeah, so let's go get the wires, the kit real quick, and see what's what. Alright, so we got the main harness connected, which should basically power everything and control our controls. This is supposed to be for the antenna, but this one doesn't actually match up what's in the car. So we're gonna, luckily this already had an aftermarket system in there, so we're gonna use the antenna adapter from this one and just basically not use this, right? This also has like a a blue attachment to it here. I'm not sure what that's for. No clue. This is the mic from off the old one, and the GPS was here somewhere. I can't. Oh yeah, I think this was a GPS or something like that. One of these we might have to reuse. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and connect the head unit now and see what happens. Okay, that looks insane. I'm very happy that they sent the black bevel and not the gray bevel. Very happy about that. I was a little concerned that they were gonna send the gray one. That would have threw off everything what I planned to do, because all of this is getting wrapped in a carbon fiber, so the black would kind of just blend right nice into it. So yeah, let's see if we even get power to this, because this guy had an aftermarket system in here. wire it all differently. So I'm not gonna turn the car on itself, just gonna turn on accessories and see what we get. Oh, sugar nut. There we go. Android. I don't want to shut it right off right now because like it's loaded, obviously. But at least we got power to it. I'm gonna let it turn on properly. Shut the door for a second. Beeping noise is annoying. This isn't actually placed in here properly yet. This is just, I just slightly pushed it in so that way it doesn't fall out. And yeah, just letting her boot up, see what happens, and then we can go from there. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, none of our buttons work yet. We're gonna probably have to do some button learning. So we'll take care of all of that, that's no big deal. Channel up, channel down, volume up, volume down, next, repeat, stuff like that. But there we go. Let's make sure the antenna actually works. It does. How do I scan again? There you go. This is clearer than the other one. I'm using the same antenna, or antenna adapter. Not bad, but obviously we're going to be running Spotify. Let me turn that to something else. Shut you off. Oh, look at that, lovely. So power's off as soon as I turn everything off too, so that's great. So we know this works, this is great. We're just going to plug up some other things into the back, like the USB, all that crap. Get all of that wired out and down, probably somewhere down here. Somewhere. We're gonna be taking out the glove box and stuff because we got to run the wire to the back for the camera. So we're gonna jump on that right now. Right, so a little side note, this is the old bevel. We gotta take these off, these clips here. I think there's 5. And you gotta transfer them over to this. Right? Just so you guys know that. It's pretty easy to get them off. Just use a flat point and pop them forward. And you're good to go. And you just literally push them onto this and that's it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Alright, so it is officially installed now. We have the wire ran for the camera. I'll show you guys. Alright, so we have the camera wire ran right there. Going through that panel there, and I have it just kicked off to the side here. We're going to continue running it back and getting it to the back. It has to go up in the hatch. So that camera is probably not getting installed today, but the wiring will be done. But yeah, because we're going to be running out of daylight soon. So just want to make sure this part's installed properly and all done. So that way, the only thing we have to do really is just run the wire for the camera, get it set up on the hatch, and then we're good to go. We have our USBs run out right here. So we're going to actually tuck them and have them stick out right at the bottom here. We're going to do that right now. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and just change our cabin filter because we have a new one sitting aside somewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and just swap that out real quick as well. Because when we were at Mr. Lube, they did say that, well, they showed us it was pretty bad. So we're gonna swap that out as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Yeah, it was way past due. That thing is just, wow. But we got a new one. Fresh grease ram. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop that bad boy in there. And that's basically it. Cabin air filter. Inside's not too bad. Right, so yeah, that should smell a lot better. Let's do it. Alright, so new cabin filter is in, that's done. We have the USBs tucked away in here until we get a cable that would actually fit that, because we don't have one right now. Ours is USB-C to USB-C. That is type A. So we'll try that out at a later date. This is supposed to be wireless connection for CarPlay. The last setup we had, we've never used these except for updates on the head unit. Other than that, we literally never used them. So I'm just gonna tuck them away because I'm probably not going to use them in this one either. I'm going to throw the glove box back in and then power this back up and make sure everything still works the way it did when we tested it. So give me a sec. Okay, so that is it. Installed, glove box is back in. Everything looks normal. So I'm gonna actually start the car this time because I don't want my battery to die while I'm trying to do steering control learning, if I can, with this one. Oh, it snapped on right away because we've already had it running and tested. Where's the buttons for volume? I don't know how to use this. Oh, everything's on the screen. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so there we are. 0 kilometers an hour. I don't know if it's gonna pick up because we don't have the GPS installed, but that's actually kind of cool. So I might install the GPS just to get that to register properly, but we'll test that and all that good stuff later. We still don't have button controls, but we're gonna try and get everything synced up. But as you heard just momentarily ago, like the music was playing, that is working nice. Kind of like it doesn't have any buttons on the sides. Everything's just up here. I gotta get a little used to that, but this screen is huge, man. Jesus. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I got for you guys, man. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the CarPlay and all that stuff. Like, you'll see the end result in this video, but the installation is basically done. So let me go ahead and dive into this a bit, and then I'll get back to you guys, and I'll show you guys how to do what I did, if I can do what I'm saying I'm gonna do. I'll get back to you. Okay, that took me a little bit to figure out. I gotta figure out how to get this back, because now I gotta press that to press home and whatever, but it is what it is. Like, I figured out my button controls. So as you can see, from my steering, I can go up, down, switch tracks, answer, hang up, play, pause. So when you first get this, you're gonna see a little plus button here. So you're gonna hit the plus, and then you'll see this steering wheel. You're gonna click it, and then it's gonna drop down here. Then once you do that, you can open this. What you gotta do is you gotta clear all the settings that they have in here. So clear everything, and then you select volume up. Then you come over here, press your positive. You press and hold the positive. You'll see it's changed, and then you select volume down. Come back over here, do the same thing. That's already set and saved for mine, so I'm not gonna mess with it. And then you do the same thing, answer, hang up, stuff like that. Press hold, and then when you're done, you hit save. So now we're gonna go figuring out the Apple CarPlay, get that sorted out, and then we'll get back to it. Okie dokie. So there we are. Apple Play is connected. Everything looks good. Not having no issues. Spotify is connected. Playing this song right now. Just checking to make sure everything's good. Phone loads up fine. Go into that. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Not going into my contacts, obviously. Waze works, all that's good. That's good. Jump into there, split screen. All that works. Got my Apple CarPlay back, and it's wireless, so we're good. Like I said, we barely use the USB cables because like it's wireless. So now I can just plug my phone in and throw it on my seat or something, or in the cup holder. Not really worry about it. But yeah, just gonna wrap the video up right there. You guys got to see everything. It's all connected. It's really easy to connect to your CarPlay. Go home. Right, so CarPlay is this one right here. Collect that, and then you just pair it. Done. Jump back in. You just press that, and there you go. Ready to go, right? You got a little bit of volume, and everything works off the steering. So we're good to go again. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, don't forget, like and subscribe. Okay. All right, so we've got the camera ran. So basically we ran it, I'll show you. So you saw earlier in the video where we attached everything for the backup, all that. So it runs through here, right? I don't think I put this, yeah, good. Runs through this, which is a little tight now. Whoops. All right, that wasn't too bad though, not too bad. And we still have a good little length back here for it. So we could even pull some back. But yeah, it comes up through the head, to the headliner, which I need to get that clip back in. There we go. And then through here, up through this, and we're gonna zip tie everything up like that. We have it connected to our reverse. So you have your negative for this here, which is your power and ground for your camera, is your power and ground for your reverse. And then your trigger wire from your signal camera wire, that's actually your power wire from your reverse. So it'll trigger it as well as power it. So that's the setup there. And then this is the signal wire for the video itself. And then basically you tuck all this shit back up in here. And I have my camera just hanging right here for now. I'm gonna actually have it mounted up like so, tucked as far back as possible. And yeah, we'll set the angle and all that stuff in a minute. But yeah, that's basically the setup there. All right, so we cleaned the wiring up. Camera is installed. As you can see there, she is installed. Wiring is done there. We did connections for that part. So once we do replace the hatch, because we have a new hatch coming, we're just gonna have to like just pull the wires back out of this, disconnect it from here, and then we're basically doing the same thing that we did with this. The only thing we're gonna have to do is cut into the other one, add this to the end of the plug on this side, because everything else will just plug right in and go right with the other one. No issues whatsoever. So that's why we use these connectors here. And we also have a connector in here for this one, just so we can disconnect the camera if we ever need to. But yeah, we're gonna do the same setup. Once this lasts until the next hatch, we don't need to change this connector, but we will have to change this one. So let's go ahead and put the covers back on, and then I'll show you guys how it looks on the dash. Okay, we are finally done. Oh my Jesus. What a time. All right, so camera's installed. Let me go ahead and start this so I don't kill my battery. I've been on and off in it, but I haven't started it in a while. There we go. Now we'll kick on in a second. Okay, now we're back. Yeah, every time I start the car, it kicks me off of CarPlay video because of CarPlay. But yeah, so let me show you guys. There we are. Throw it in reverse. Boom. So that's the bumper right there. That's my bumper line, and then that's what's right directly behind me there. That's how I want to see it, so that way I can see what I'm backing up on. I can raise the camera too manually, of course, not through this. I have to do it manually, but I could raise the camera a bit and get more behind me view. But honestly, that's more than good enough, because I want to see what's right here while I'm backing up trying to park, so I can see how far I am away from things and stuff like that. That's more important to me than seeing like directly what's behind me. That's gonna be for my dash cam. So that way I can use my dash cam that will pick up what's directly behind me, what's in front of me, and what's in the cabin. So that'll be the next digital thing or gizmo that we get for the car. But that won't be anytime soon. Like I said, we're mainly focusing on maintenance and getting the car mechanically sound. But this was a must, because like we needed Apple CarPlay, and I definitely needed that reverse camera so I can see, right? Not too big of a delay on it. It picks up pretty quickly. It is staggered off, I believe, to this side a bit, because I think I have it mounted more on this side, so I just have to keep that in mind. But of course I can see it to the left and to the right, or sorry, the left and to the right, so that's no big deal. It's just right behind the car I was having an issue seeing, so that's perfect. And the quality is insane. No guidelines on it though, which I think I could add in guidelines if I wanted to. I just have to go into the menu, the settings, all that good stuff. But it's just a raw camera, basically. So, yeah. Alright, so that will basically wrap up the install video for the head unit, as well as the reverse camera. So I hope you guys like that. Hope you guys got some info from that, and you know, maybe you can do it yourself, right? But yeah, mine works pretty well. Sometimes I have an issue with, like, when I turn it off and then turn it back on, it doesn't turn back on sometimes. And then sometimes I don't have that issue whatsoever. But you know, it's Chinese, it's Android, we're gonna have some issues here and there. I don't really care. It works, I don't have issues with it. If I have to just turn it off, turn it back on, that works. So I do that if I need to. I make sure that it's on before I start the car in most cases. So like I'll turn the ignition on, see if that turns on. Once it turns on, then I start the car. This only happened to me, I think 2 or 3 times now, so it's not too big of a deal, but I've only installed it yesterday, so I don't know, we'll see. And also fresh merch, you already know. Got some hats done there. We got the AOB on the front, and then flip it around. You got, there we go. You got Ash AOB1 channel name on the back or the front, whichever side you want to rock it. I'm probably going to be rocking it like this for a bit. Get my logo. My logo's in the back and my name tag's in the front. We're going to have a bunch of these. It's not going to say Ash AOB1. Some will, but majority of them will either say AOB or Arta Boost along this side, and then the back will be the logo as you saw it just now. So if you guys want some of those, hit me up. You already know we're going to be selling them. Check them out. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.